It's the Deep for the Week talk show. Are you ready to talk? Let's get deep for the week. Hello, and thanks for joining us on the Deep for the Week show. I am your host, Kali. And before we get started, I'm about to ask y'all that one big favor. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any input, we love to hear back from you. So comment below. Again, thanks for joining us today. Now, today we're going to go over some news. What's in the news? Let's talk about it. Because there is a lot to talk about in the news today. I don't know. A lot of people don't watch the news anymore because they have internet TV. And that's the last, I'll say the last app that people download is the news, unless you're old like me. So I don't know. But I watch the news every morning. And I also get news from other places like social media, the places that the government does not want us to get news from because they say that it's all lies, just as well as them. But anyways, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some TikTok news, right? Okay, so first thing I want to talk about that I see on TikTok is that they do shut a lot of people's accounts down that tell the news that they might not want us to know. Why are they doing that if it's just entertainment? Like if it's a lie, then it's merely entertainment. But I noticed that they are shutting down people's account. And one of the accounts I noticed they shut down, I follow her. And a lot of comments on her previous account that they shut down. They were talking about this one fast food chain. Now I'm not gonna name it because they're big and they will not love it. All right. Did you go to school for the lunch? If not, then you know who I'm talking about. So allegedly a burger chain that will not love it. They have over 10,000 contracts with hospitals. And supposedly people have been finding teeth in the meat. Baby teeth. Now they have that other, I don't want to really mention that, but they have stuff going on with hospitals, like children hospitals, some of these fast food chains, and there's kids missing all over, and people are finding children's teeth in their meat. So what is that all about? Where did teeth come out? Did a child work at that McDonald's and lose a tooth? Is are they the new tooth fairy? Is this fast food chain the new tooth fairy? Yeah, that's why we pre-record. So in North Korea, they're revealing that they have new suicide drones. I don't know what they're up to. Do you? But I would like to know, because if our good old girl Kamala gets into I don't think she'll be able to bring any type of peace in that situation. It probably get worse. I don't think she can be respected by anybody over there that's tripping right now. So, but the numbers are growing for Kamala. The stats say she has a 55% chance of winning, and I'm sad about that already. All I can say to you guys is, really, y'all? Like, I literally, post stuff on Facebook just to see reactions and comments and see what you guys say all the time. And you guys are really voting for her because she's a her and because she's black. So that's crazy. But yeah, she's doing good because of that. So I hope that we are going to do good if she wins. You want your gas to go down, your rent to go down, your interest rates and shit like that. You better, or the border to be closed. It's been open on her watch. You better think about who you're voting for. Okay, we're gonna do a show about that soon. Again, I've mentioned that before, and I cannot wait to do that show. Unfortunately, I've been putting it off because I cannot find any Democrats that want to come on the show for that. So, like, where y'all at? We'd love to have you on. Democrats, come on with demos. Anyways, in Detroit, some of my viewers are here. Some of my viewers are in LA. It's like I'm on one coast or the other. I'm trying to get y'all some in between, but for now, that's how it is. So, for my LA viewers, Detroit, 36th district. If you're from Detroit, I'm sure you know what that is. You've been there before. Can't take a pen or a phone in that motherfucker. Okay, it's the most ghettoest court I've ever been to in my life. So I'm really not shocked to hear this. Like, I've already gotten into it with two judges there because of the way they conduct themselves. Like, you, okay, I'm here. You're not about to talk to me crazy because of what your position is. We can talk to each other crazy. You know, you know. They really, ooh, I could say it. They really act really black up in there, you know. So I'm like, we black together, so let's go, you know. But recently, a Detroit teen is suing a judge from 36th District, Judge King. You can say his name because this is all over the news and it ain't no secret. Um, she's suing him after being put in handcuffs and jail clothing. So she visited the court with a summer program that was taking groups of teens and preteens around during the summer to, I guess, motivate them in their future career choices. And so the courthouse, the judge was one that they were hoping would motivate these kids. This little girl fell asleep. He probably was boring, but she really was tired. And why was she tired? Because she's homeless. Her and her mother are homeless. They sometimes sleep in the car or, drive around until they fall asleep or they don't. So, her mom takes her to this program to kind of get her out of that situation during the day while she hustles for a room and just getting through that. So she's thinking this is an outlet for her daughter, and this judge notices her sleep in his courtroom. Now, it wasn't a formal proceeding, so he really didn't have, I feel, the rights to do this, and he's not most likely going to be safe as a judge because it wasn't formal proceeding. Like, you can't sue judges on certain things, but it wasn't a court. Like, it wasn't a formal court proceeding, so she's suing him. But she was sleeping in this court, and he, woke her up and asked her why she was sleepy. And any who wakes up happy, like, hey, I mean, it's very rare. You might, if you're on vacation, you just won the lotto, you're gonna have a great day. You already know that in advance, or but don't nobody really wake up with a great attitude. We got, give me my coffee first, give me a few minutes, whatever, a cigarette, some fresh air, whatever you do. Don't nobody just wake up cheesing. It will be awkward too. Like, fuck. So, he mentioned to her sleeping in court was very rude, and he asked her, does she understand that? And I don't really know what her response was. I believe it was something like she shrugged her shoulders or was like, I don't care, like. And he asked her, do you care? And he proceeded with, if you don't care, well, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. So they put her in contempt, put her clothes, jail clothes, handcuffs, and brung her back out in front of the crowd of kids like she was a criminal. And so now he's being sued for that, as he should, for $75K. I believe it's more than that, but that is what they're talking about on the news. And he just overused his authority, and he was acting real black. So I hope she get her money, Judge King. And it's time for him to retire anyways. I really never felt his energy. Like, I watch him on TV. I never been in front of him, I don't think. But I watch him on TV and I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't really like none of the black judges at 36th District. Like, the last time I was there for a ticket for stripping, she looking me up and down. Clearly she had to be looking me up and down because she told me I shouldn't wear flip-flops to her court. Girl, you lucky I'm at this motherfucker. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah. I'll be glad to see that girl get her money, because then they can use that to get out of homelessness. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Then she can get her some rest. Ukraine was hit with a power outage because Russia targets their energy infrastructure with those drones. Who they got? Who they get them drones from? Y'all better keep your eyes open. Do you guys watch the news? So, did you hear Africa is splitting into two and forming a new ocean? I always thought that this was going to happen to California, and it probably is. And it probably already is. They're just probably not telling people because they want people to still spend their money there. I don't know. Because, like, where'd that rumor come from? Some scientists, maybe that leaked it, but I don't know. So, the eastern part will break off, and it's doing it at a rate of a few milliliters each year. So, it will take like 5 to 10,000 years. No worries, guys. But it is happening. And yeah, isn't that interesting? So listen to this story because it was interesting to me because I smoke weed, right? And I'm just like, I've never, ever, ever in my life felt like this. Not even the first time I smoked. And or even if I took like a year off and started back up, not even then. So I'm just like, what the fuck? But let's talk about it. So, a cannabis induced psychosis led a woman high on weed to kill her friend, her homeboy. Okay, it was a guy. And I don't even know, like, bro, where was your manhood at that day? Because I would have snuck that bitch like you would have shot. I would have hit her, friend or not. You coming at me with a knife. The first stab, I probably would have got stabbed because I'm like, friend. But the second one, we're fighting. The third one, I'm definitely finna fuck you up. But he let her stab him 180 times. And then she turned around and started stabbing her dog. Then she's turned around and starts stabbing herself. So they had to tase her, maze her, and break her arm with the batons, to get the knife away from her. And and to detain her. And it's like I just don't believe weed. If there's tons of weed smokers. We all know we don't do that. But guess how many years she got for doing that, y'all? No years. Just 2 years probations and 100 years of community service. That's nuts, right? Her charges were involuntary manslaughter. You get more time for doing identity theft. So now y'all know if she was black. Yeah, and so I do have to tell you, she was not black. She was a white lady. She killed her. And you already know that. Anyway, she would be in jail smoking weed with the homegirls because there's no way. But she's free, and I watched her do an interview today, and I watched that interview the whole time with my mouth open, like, and my glasses down, like, what? No way. But yeah, that is crazy. So I guess, y'all better watch that weed you smoking. Maybe all of it is not real weed or something. I don't fucking know, but that don't even sound normal. And that scares me to think that. So I'm not smoking with none of you first time smokers. If it's your first time, you is not smoking with me. Okay. I'm just saying. So there's a new drug. It's called pink cocaine. It's a mixture of ketamine and ecstasy and a little bit of cocaine. So I don't even know why they calling it cocaine. And after some lab tests, that's how they know it's only got a little bit of cocaine. Some of the bags have been found with fentanyl, whatever that shit is. So parents, watch out for that because it's pink and it's, colors always attract children. And you may not think it's coke because it's pink, but that's what it is. It's a new pink drug, and I don't know the side effects yet. They mention it's horrible because it's an upper and a downer and all this stuff. But what drug ain't? So, it's just whatever. But watch out for the new pink cocaine. I don't know. You guys just do anything to get high. So the U.S. government have a UFO hunter. I've always believed in UFOs. And y'all thought I was crazy, and weird for that. I mentioned it on my Facebook years ago that I think that the government, they talk to the motherfuckers. And the proof is here. Now they admitting it, you know. And you got to know they're talking to them if they know this much about them. But what language do they speak? Do they speak English? Is it codes? What is it? I want to know. They're not telling us enough, but they telling us just enough. So you guys are, yeah, to all of you people that believe in UFOs, y'all not crazy. And they owe us an apology. We are not conspiracy theorists. And watch out, don't get abducted. For real though, if they abducted me, I wouldn't want to come back. I'd be like, no, I don't want to go. Shit, the rent free there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back. When you go back to abduct somebody else, get me about a pound of weed. Yeah. Right. But no, former Pentagon official Lou Elizondo has a book about it. So that book got to be very interesting. I'm gonna read that book because he from the Pentagon and he's an official and he's got some stuff he wants to tell now. He does mention that the UFOs have the ability to control our nuclear technology. So how do they know that? What have they stopped or tried to do or stop them from doing for them to know that? And how did they know it was the aliens? You feel me? Like, come, just tell us everything. Quit giving us bits and pieces. I want to know every fucking thing, you know. But do you think the aliens are protecting us from our own government and all these other governments that are crazy as hell that can just press a button and end us all? I think so. So, anyways, you guys look for that book. It should be a good book. I'm gonna read it, and I'll let you guys know what I read. So y'all be careful camping. These bears are not playing this year from here to there, as people are reporting bears breaking in and entering in Monrovia, California, where I'm from. It's a community among the foothill mountains. Like bears are just literally pulling the sliding glass door open and coming in. And I don't even know how they know where the food is. I guess they could spell it. Maybe I don't know. But they know how to open cabinets, doors, open the chip bag like whole people, and swimming in people's backyards. So you really can't even let the kids play outside by themselves where I'm from right now. If you're above Foothill, and if that's a community in LA County. It's like 20 miles east of LA, but the Bears is barren. And there's another incident near Red Lodge, Montana, where a 3-year-old girl was attacked while sleeping in the tent with her family. And her condition is horrible. I don't know like how bad, like she's gonna live or not. They're not really stating that, but she was in critical condition. And there was food and garbage near the tent. Now y'all gotta quit being lazy because I know it would be signs everywhere, and that's just common sense. Like, do you Google things, do's and don'ts before you go camping? Well, you should, especially if you're taking kids. And you might want to take a dog so that, like, they start barking, something's near, unless it's like a Shih Tzu. Don't take that because in there, food. But like, definitely not be lazy enough to walk a couple 100 feet away and throw that food away because that is a factor. And then in Yellowstone, Montana, last year, a 40-year-old girl was jogging on a trail and on a just mauled to death. So she was killed by a bear. And then in May, in Massachusetts, a man seen a cub. I don't know if he hugged it, touched it. People be doing stupid ass shit. Because, like, you see a cub, I'm going that way. But I don't know. The mom came soon after and attacked him while he was hiking. So be careful because the bears clearly are hungry. And I don't know, like, things have been changing since COVID. The whole goddamn world. Everything's weird. Everything's acting weird. Even the animals, even the sea creatures, everything. So, like, we don't know what's really going on up in there, in the woods, back that far. And why they coming down here, So I do not judge them, but give them their space because you can't not beat them unless you got a real big gun. Like, for real, got to be a good one too. So, breaking news: part of Massachusetts is on lockdown for mosquitoes that are deadly. This lockdown is after dark. Does that sound familiar? It's spreading some type of disease called Eastern Equine Encephalitis. Don't quote me on how to fucking say that. But just call it EEE. That's what they calling it already because they know we don't know how to fucking say that shit. And they just made it up their damn self. So Because like, where do they get the names for diseases when they just come out of nowhere? Like, so you name that today, you know. And guess who is the first case of it? Just ironically, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? During this season that they're trying to do another lockdown for mosquitoes that um had Dr. Faulty. I like to call him Faulty. What is his name? Anthony Fauci. It should be faulty. As a nigga, he faulty as hell. I don't even know how we ain't. How is he over our health? Is all these old people need to go. He's like 80 something too. I think. Like I don't know. He's old. He's an elder. So that's why he's affected by stuff so easily. But I don't even trust him. Like, did he inject himself so that there'll be a reason for lockdown? Because like there's no other way to get this shit out here. And if we get it going, like I really think he's really cut like that. When I look at him, it gives me the creepy. Like you guys see monsters with like, I see monsters and I see him and Biden and Kamala. Look at her neck. Anyways, so yeah, be careful with the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes do not like garlic. So if you just put like some garlic in your pocket, you might be funky to the people next to you. Like, what the fuck is that smell? But you won't get beat up. Or if you don't want to do that, then mint. So you can get you some mint oil and make you like a spray out of it with some water, half mint, half water. Just spray yourself before you leave every day, because they up to something. It's what's now or it's this. It's like, and COVID is back on the rise. I did have some friends on the West Coast that had it already. So, just watch them, y'all. He's Dr. Faulty. He's out the hospital now, but he was hospitalized for it. Dr. Faulty. You know who I'm talking about. Fauci. Is that how you say it? I never said Fauci. I always called him Faulty. But he's out the hospital and he's okay. So whatever y'all gave him, give everybody else to get it. Because if his 80-something-year-old ass made it through and got in and out that fast, then so could somebody else to 16 and 12. So quit playing with us. Don't even try to play with us. Where's Trump? When you drink some bleach, you'll be okay. No, I'm just playing. So, anyways, Cash App has a settlement going. So if you use Cash App between August 23, 2018 and August 20th, 2024 this year, you might qualify. It's like, I think, $2,500 to $5,000. And the reason for the lawsuit is a former employee downloaded our info, and I don't know what they did with it, but clearly they did something with it that compromises us. And so you can look that up and get your money as well. When you Google it, the information is there. You don't be afraid to read, folks. You guys don't like to read. Scroll down, and hit the blue thing that says application or form. I think one of the two. But you got to read. So don't get, distracted by how much you got to read or how much you got to scroll to get to that point. But get your money. They're giving out free money. I never get free money, but y'all do. So I'm telling y'all about it. And thank me later. And you could send me some. My birthday coming. I'm sorry. Anyways, so the astronauts that were supposed to come back, or they're supposed to only be in space for 8 days. I don't even know if they're really up there. We really don't know if anybody's ever been out of space. We don't know if they're telling the truth. But they're supposedly outer space, and they've been there for 80 days. Add a 0 to that 8. And they were supposed to be there for 8 days. And they'll now be there till February. So the rumor is they're there forever. And if they don't come home in February, maybe that's true. But they're saying they're going to make it home in February. So I just wonder what they up there like thinking or doing. Like, are they like, thinking what I'm thinking? Like, they ain't coming. They just telling us that. Like, and if that's the case, like, are they like, let's just do our thing, because this might be some of our last fucking days, literally. It's a man and a woman up there, and I wonder why they do that anyways. I think they do that for a reason. Like, So like if them people married, do they know like your wife gonna be up there fucking him, right? Like they humans. And they if they think that they ain't coming back home, when you want to have sex for one last time, it's just interesting. I be wanting to know, like, and then like if they do have sex, did they take condoms? And if not, how strong is this pull-out game? Because she can't get pregnant up there. And then if she does, where's the baby from? We all want, that's the shit I be thinking about. That's what I do when I smoke weed. I don't go killing motherfuckers. I be thinking shit like that. Like, but yeah, I do want to know, like, what's going on up there. They'll never tell, I'm sure. But I think they up there doing the bump. Yeah. So the feds is taking Kroger and Albertsons to court over merge, and I'm glad that they're doing this, because they feel that grocery prices will increase more than they are, and if they do the way I already spent $1,200 a month on groceries, and ain't nobody a teenager yet, so this shit's scary. They won't give me food stamps. I've applied many times, and they be like, no. And so I know men that don't have children. I've worked with men at the strip club that get food stamps. I won't say no names. I won't blast them. You know, I know they make enough money to not need food stamps because I pay them to work. And so does 20 other girls some days. And we don't pay $5 to work. We pay like 25, 15, 45, depending on what time you come, what shift. And yeah, they give them food stamps and not me. So we do need them to work on that. That merge does not need to happen, because what happens is if they merge, they knock out all the other competitors, and then they're able to raise the prices, because where else are we going to go? All the other competitors are gone, so we can raise our prices because you have to come here. And the price is already high enough. So we do need that to not happen. I think it will be in our best interest. So keep your eye on that, you guys. And entertainment. What's going on with the celebrities? Mariah Carey, poor Mariah Carey. I never really cared for her attitude. But I don't want to see nobody in pain. And she lost her mom and her sister on the same day. So how deep is that? Like, how sad is that? So shout out to Mariah Carey and condolences, because she lost her mom and her sister. So like, who does she mourn her mom with? You know, and like, dang, 2 funerals have to plan 2 at the same time. Jeez. So poor Mariah. Hopefully Nick Cannon's, being a good partner and being by her side. Condolences to Mariah Carey. So Detroit's doing pretty well with the preseason, with only I think 1 loss, 3-14 to the Giants. So I think I'm gonna start betting. Don't count out the underdog. Yeah. So Krishan Rock. I don't know why I always want to call her Krishan, but Krishan, who I don't even know if that's her real name, who named her, why. But if you know who she is. Poor thing. I have a lot of love in my heart for her. I don't think she had great beginnings. She didn't have no guidance. And so, like, what else would happen to someone that doesn't have guidance in the industry? Exactly what happened to her. But she is in Craig County, Oklahoma, facing cannabis charges with intent to distribute. And she was a passenger in the car, and the driver didn't pay the toll. So the troopers pulled him over, smelled weed, searched her car. Krishan admitted it was hers. And boom, now she's in jail. She was extradited from California back to Oklahoma so she could do her time, because Oklahoma ain't playing that California shit. Like, oh, California, we overcrowded. So we let motherfuckers out on probation. But Oklahoma was like, come over here because we need you over here in jail. We locked up. Whoa, I feel bad for her though, because each charge in each state is trying to give her 4 years for each charge. So the baby is only like barely one or under one, and he won't even know his mom, unless whoever has custody of him is taking him to go see her. And that's, so shout out to Krishan. I do have a little love in my heart for her. I feel so bad for her. I don't think that the way she is her fault. And so, like, people like that, I don't judge them. I wish I could talk to her and be like, so, let's get it together, boo. Because she has so much potential. She was supposed to be a track star and all these other things, and she let the entertainment industry distract her and this nigga Blueface. And we all go through that, like, especially if you don't have good beginnings or good parents that know how to love you properly. They're addicts and all these things. And when you find love, you go all the way up for that shit, because that's like the first time experiencing if you don't have good parents. So I think that's what she was going through with Blueface, and it just really was her demise. And now nobody really has her back. Everybody, even people on social media, everywhere you go, they're talking about how fucked up and stupid and how bad of a mom she is. But I don't think that's what she needs. Y'all need to stop that too, because I got some receipts on a lot of people. Anyways, so Jules Lebron is upset because she feels. Do you know who she is? Or I don't even know. Is she a girl? Y'all let me know. Comment and let me know. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really serious. I'm really asking for real, because you look her up. TikTok, Facebook, wherever you go, whatever social media. I'm sure she's probably on all of them. But I think she's a trans. But anyhow, Jules Lebron. And the name don't sound. You sound like, yeah. Anyhow, she's upset because she feels the phrase demure, very mindful. I didn't even know it was a thing until y'all start posting about how y'all tired of hearing about it. I did not even see the stupid ass video, because I don't know, like, because maybe in my algorithm it really talks about smart stuff. Government stuff, like stuff that's going on in politics, stuff that's going on in the real world. I don't get stuff like that on my algorithm too much. So I didn't really know about the whole demure, very mindful, until y'all start talking about it. Y'all wore it out more than her because y'all start talking about it so much. And anyhow, she's upset because her demure, very mindful, it's been trademarked by a Jefferson Bates from Washington. And after, she started branding and making a clothing line and all these things with that demure, very mindful, is already, in the process of being made and marketed and all of this stuff. Now, I guess she's going to have to pay Jefferson Bates from Washington a portion of that, And so what did we learn today, you guys, about that? If you believe in your brand, you believe in yourself, whatever it is that you're doing, even if it's just a saying you made up, and you believe that it's going to go viral, it's going to trend, it's going to be on shirts, it's going to be something, you better trademark that. And if you don't know how, you think, oh my God, how much does that cost? And how do you do that? Like, a lot of you laymen do not know how to do stuff like that. But if you want to step outside of being that, you just, there is Google, which is very convenient. We used to have to go to the library. But you can Google how to do that. But I'll tell you one way to do it, because I'm not a gatekeeper. There's a agency called LegalZoom, and they do stuff like that for you. They help you with business licenses and trademarks, copywriting, all of that. So you just tell them what you wanted to say, and then they do the work for you, charge you a fee, and have your shit to you within a couple of hours or a couple of weeks, depending on how much you're willing to pay. So you don't have to go through that. If you really believe in, what you're doing and it's going to blow up like that, then you should definitely be trademarking your stuff. Okay. And so that is the news today. Again, I want to thank you guys for always joining us, watching us, and supporting us on the previous episodes and all your feedback. It's been great. I want to thank all of my guests. You guys have been great and very transparent. And if there's something that you would like to come on the Deep for the Week show about, something you want to discuss, something you like to talk about, anything that you want us to talk about and you don't want to come on, but you would like to see us discuss, let us know. Comment below and let us know. And again, if you want to be a guest, we'd love to have you, as we're always looking for guests to be on the Deep for the Week show and get deep with us. So again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you're watching the Deep for the Week show. See you next time.